Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map, and I have just received from the Edison Books this Mystical Dream Tarot, Life Guidance from the Depths of Our Unconscious by Janet Piedilato. And it's published by Edison Books, illustrated by Tom Duxbury, and it's 78 richly symbolic tarot cards and 160-page book of interpretation. And this deck was just published not a very long time ago, and I was drawn to it because of the color scheme, first of all, and because of the subject. And I was just looking through the book at the introduction of the author, and I love what she wrote. She said, pretty remarkable. I have been infant, daughter, wife, mother, widow, student, and a teacher. Yet through it all, I remain simply a dreamer. True to my affinity with ancient traditions, where individuals spend their lives creating monuments to their afterlife, I erected my memorial stone decades ago. I have dreamer carved beneath my name, for while the seasons of life have stripped me of many of my former identities, what I began with, I end with, for being a dreamer is my epithet. That's pretty cool. So she created this tarot deck based on images from her dreams. And what she writes here, I don't know if I agree to the end with it, but she writes here that these dream images, which rose from my dreams and entered the realm of this tarot, follow a well-respected tradition which honors the power of the image and its ability to bestow wide-ranging meanings in different circumstances with different observers. Dreams offer the wisdom of open-ended imagery. That's beautiful. I totally agree with it. Unlike traditional tarot, where the meanings are merely set for us to memorize and then to place in patchwork interacting spreads, the dream images used for the mystical dream tarot dig more deeply into the personal consciousness, helping each of us find answers which are within our own unique psyche. But I don't totally agree with how she separates the tarot images, traditional tarot images, and these images, because I think any image can do exactly that. I know that this maybe was her intention, to make sure that that's what she would like this tarot deck and this artwork and the images to do, but I believe that any traditional tarot, any tarot deck can do it for you, that you can actually dig deeply into the personal consciousness and help yourself, find answers which are within our own unique psyche. So they do not demand, she writes, that we memorize and follow dogmatically a formalized path chosen for us. They lead us to find our own way. So I think this tarot set will be really great for, work on intuitive readings within the tarot system if you prefer, but also the images are so different from the traditional tarot, which you will see in a sec, that I think it will be perfect to, mix and work with intuition with this deck. So they present fresh material directly from dreams, and they were not created according to any preconceived notion of fixed meaning for any particular major or minor arcana card. So there's introduction, and here we go into the major arcana. And what she did, she renamed a lot of major arcana for the, dreams. So the Innocent is the Fool, Master of Secrets is the Magician, the Priestess of Dreams is the High Priestess, and the Empress and Emperor. The Empress is the Dream Carrier, and Emperor Dream Protector. I really love that. Hierophant and Lovers stay the same. Chariot is the Moon Chariot. Justice is Mad. Hermit is the Wisdom Teacher. Wheel of Fortune, Ouroboros. Sophia is Strength. Hangman, the Hangman. Death is Wise Fox. It's interesting. Temperance stayed the same. Sorcerer is the Devil. The Divine Tower for the Tower. The Dream Angel for the Star. The Moon, Sun, Judgment. And the World is Serpentia Soul. So in the book you get a little depiction of the card, and then there is the description of what the Fool represents in this particular deck. So the Innocent represents the omnipotence of potential, and she goes into the description of the card, and then in the reading, so what it can how you can work with the image. And then it goes like this. She also gives reversed meanings. So that's how it goes for the major arcana, which took around, you know, that much. And then we go into the minors. Lord, Lady, Spirit, and Dreamer are the mystical dream tarot's names for the king, queen, knight, and page. And wands is about creativity, blossoming, awareness, periods of rest and movement. So she describes every suit, and then you go into the meanings in a reading and reverse. So you get a little bit less than the major arcana, and then at the end you also get some working with the deck, so some spreads, the waking dream spread, dream life cycle spread, and the dream of hidden treasure, dream wisdom spread. So it's quite interesting. And some dream incubation portal readings. I haven't read that one yet, but I think it's from dreams. She describes all the major arcana and the dreams that, you know, made her choose this archetype for the card. That's what it looks like, at least. So really beautiful deck, and it comes in this, you know, sturdy box like this. Let's look into the cards. So they come in 2 piles. I'm just going to connect them. And the paper is laminated and it's flexible. So I think it's going to shuffle really well, but it is the kind of, you know, this kind of laminated feel, but they don't stick together, which is great. And it feels good, like the regular tarot size 7 by 12. So let's just maybe change a little bit that camera, and we can see if, because you can okay, here we don't have so much glare, so let's see if we can just do it like this. So this is the Innocent with the Fool, and as I said, these are the backs. Quite high lamination, so a little bit of this plasticky feel, but bendy, and I think it will shuffle great, which we check at the end. So the Innocent, the Master of Secrets for Magician, and I really love the coloring of this deck, so that's what really drew me to it. And also because it is, you know, unusual, it is different. I really have so many decks by now that I don't particularly need another total, like, you know, very close-up Rider-Waite-Smith clone or Tough clone or whatever. So this is the Dream Carrier, and you can see like how many symbols from, you know, the Sacred Feminine. There's a pomegranate, there's a book, there's this little child, you know, they're haunting images, and I think the artwork is really beautiful. So he's the dream protector, and I love how she's the dream carrier, and usually we think of 3 of the Empress as the carrier of, you know, creative idea, and then the Emperor would be the active kind of force behind the protection of this idea, or making it happen in a sense. But I love how here it's the dream carrier and the dream protector. That's really awesome. The Hierophant. It's interesting that here there's this little figure. In my mind, this is the, again, kind of like a dream protector. And here, I don't know, to me, this is the goddess. So it's like Sacred Feminine and Sacred Masculine. This is an interesting one, right? So I don't know. What do you guys think? She looks like she's doing a dog pose, but it looks very strange. I love the roses in the foreground. Is he dead? Is she making him, like, is she bringing life into him? Is she protecting him? Are they just about to have sex? Like, what is this about? The Moon Chariot. I love it. You know, it goes so well with all this Sacred Feminine work that I have been doing. Mad for Isis. I mean, mad for Isis, for justice. But she reminds me also of Isis. She reminds me of Osiris. The Wisdom Teacher. Oh, Hermit. How beautiful. And isn't it looking like Mary Alta on the moon? Or it's like their reflection as well, because she stands in this kind of cloak, and there is this cloaked figure here, and then the little, like a person. So it's like moon is reflective, but that's the teacher teaching within. But also you could see it as like, yeah, the altar of, like, you know, when people put them on the houses. Ouroboros is for Wheel of Fortune. And then Sophia is for strength. Interesting, this jumping fish. So you see that they are dream images. There's sometimes, you know, stuff that you go, there's a lot of options to go via your intuition. You can be drawn at different days to different things. It's interesting. Hangman. I love that there's the wolf from the moon, you know, and the moon is, I mean, the hangman is often connected to Pisces. So it's interesting, or to Neptune, so that there's this connection to the lunar energy, but there's also this, like, you know, burning clock, like a ticking clock kind of going, you know, you're not going to hang here forever. Yeah, it's an interesting image. So death is the wise fox, and it's like a little bit like Dance Macabre, dancing with the death. There's this little angel and the fox. Interesting. Temperance. She's got like a, is it a shuffle, or is it looks a little bit like from the boat, you know, when you keep rowing. So you've got to sit with these images. Not all of them are so, you know, straightforward. So that the sorcerer for the devil, and we see the cross. It's definitely some connection with the Christ, the Grail. There's the snake and like a dragon. A divine tower. It just reminds me of Kybele, the goddess with the tower on her head. The dream angel for the star. The moon. A very kind of, what is it, like, maybe not fear evoking, but it's quite a powerful image. That nothing really is stable, or nothing is, you know, safe. And the control that we think we have is kind of limited. Interesting sun as well. Judgment, very kind of rich. There's all these figures standing with their arms outstretched, the male and female, fish, water. It's like this eye also appearing here. A Serpentia soul. So that's like, you know, the kind of full coming out. I like this one. It reminds me of Nut. So then we go to Ace of Wands. I'm just going to go quicker with the minors just to see what it's like. So that's definitely, you know, dream-inspired images. They weird, you have to sit with it. I just really love decks like this. Four of Wands. Perfect deck for intuitive readings, for dream work, but I think also for shadow work. Really amazing deck, because often we find out a lot about our shadow through stories. Sometimes when you're too straightforward about it, like you protect yourself, you don't want to know really. Seven of Wands. Like these two eyes staring. Eight of Wands. It's like Lady the Untier of Knots. Maybe something will quicken now, because you are going to, you know, she's just untied your coffin, so to speak. Nine of Wands. Wow. That kind of feels a little bit like Nine of Swords, and that could feel a little bit like Eight of Swords. Ten of Wands could also feel like Ten of Swords. Maybe these are swords. And these ones are the court cards. So this is the Dreamer of Wands, communing with the fish. Sweet. It's like this white dove. Wow, Spirit of Wands. It's such beautiful image to just, you know, sit and venture into. I think it's a great deck also to do dream journeys with. Like, you know, when you use a card to actually go into the image. Wow, that's beautiful. And Ganesh and Lord of Wands. And then we go to Cups. I love the roses that she used, 2 of Cups. 3 of Cups. It's the cauldron. 4 of Cups. Beautiful image. That could be also a Wheel of Fortune, right? But it's 4 of Cups. It's like weaving the thread for eternity. Very dreamy. 5 of Cups. Couple praying to a cup. So yeah, they're very, you know, different from regular, as she wrote, regular tarot associations. You really are asked to go with your own intuition, to work with the image, directly with the image. Of course, you can, you know, figure out some symbols that will help to decipher some of the image. There's the book that helps. 8 of Cups. It's like being in the, you know, the Bible story of this Jonah, I think, who was eaten by a whale. 9 of Cups. It's like atom. Maybe it's like where you direct your energy. That's where your wish comes from. You know, like you can create. 9 being the 9 of Cups being the wish card in the traditional tarot. But there's this egg also. A lot of kind of alchemical religious symbolism, which I love about this deck. And the artwork is stunning. It's really wonderful. I love decks like this right now. I want to work with tarot more intuitively, and I love tarot system, as you know. I love all the systems of tarot, but you know, we go through different phases, and right now I'm definitely relying so much more on my intuition, and it's a funny 2 swords. The 3 of Swords. That reminds me of 3 of Wands. Maybe she did change the elements. That Swords is fire. 4 of Swords. And 5 of Swords. And 6 of Swords. 7. Moon phases. Love it. Oh, this is so good. 8 of Swords. You know, when you feel stuck and you kind of, and this card shows the solution, like go within, like sit with it. The wisdom is there, you know, you will get it. It's uncomfortable, you might need to sleep on it, but yeah, if you compare this 8 of Swords to the regular 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Wow, look at this 10 of Swords. With the bull of the goddess, some fairies dancing. This is a weird image. I've got to sit with it, but it's beautiful. Dreamer of Swords. Oh, wow. It's like Neptune in the female form. Spirit of Swords with Scorpio. Just like explosion of ideas or creative fire. And Lady of Swords and Lord of Swords, they kind of go together. And then there's Pentacles, the last suit, so 2 of Pentacles. How beautiful is the color scheme. Look at this 3 of Pentacles. Oh my god. Mary in the tree. That's how often the Black Madonna appeared. 4 of Pentacles. It's a very simple image, isn't it, compared to the rest of the images, but still very coherent. I love that this deck has this coherence. It's really beautifully made. 6 of Pentacles. For those who love cards, you guys are going to love that one. 7 of Pentacles. So you can also use, you know, this deck for like an animal messages. You see lots of different animals in it. 8 of Pentacles. Love this. Like a EKG, you know, like when you do the heart tests. In Polish we say EKG, but I don't know how you say it in English. 9 of Pentacles. And that's a very strange image. What is it? It's like this, yeah, I don't know. It's like, feels like a water. Yeah, not sure. 10 of Pentacles on the hands and kind of a wheel. And then we go Dreamer of Pentacles. I am Groot. Spirit of Pentacles. Lady of Pentacles. Ah, so cool. And Lord of Pentacles. What about those nuns? Wow. This is a really interesting image for a King of Pentacles, right? Okay, I've got to sit with it. So let's see how this baby shuffles. So if you like have small hands and stuff, yeah, I like it. It shuffles great. And as I said, it's a regular tarot size. And oops, for me right now, this type of deck that I can use, which is not too thick, and it has, you know, protection. I don't even mind this lamination too much anymore. I usually prefer my decks not to be too laminated, but I think in this case, I think they did it because the coloring is quite dark, and I think the color does pop up with, you know, with the lamination. But yeah, I have to let you know that it's laminated. So let's move this camera away a little bit. Now, let's see. We'll just pull a few cards to see how it looks. Ah, look at this. So beautiful. To me, this image is just like connect, you know, she sits on earth is blossoming. She's got the fire going within her. She's got like this little holy, you know, Holy Spirit that can be a rising sun or the moon. She's like truly connected and present in the moment. I really love that. And then we have 10 of Pentacles. Maybe when we connect it like this, when we're really truly present, the creation in the, you know, physicality, it comes so easily, and you are able to do so much more when you're present. And then, yeah, Ace of Pentacles, then you're also able to reach out and share. Oh, I love this. Look at this, guys. I'm just going to bring it closer, and look how beautiful that looks. Wow. It's a beautiful deck. I think it's not, it's $26, 24 pounds, well made, great artwork, original artwork, great idea, really worth it. So yeah, thanks Edison Books, and thank you everyone for watching, and the Mystical Dream Tarot, highly recommend, by Janet Piedilato, and artwork by Tom Duxbury, very beautiful. Thank you for watching. Bye.